So we launched around 6 years ago now, delivering what was a very innovative and unique route to qualification for UK solicitors. We were being told as a legal profession that we needed to be more flexible, more efficient, more cost aware for our clients, and all of these things really the traditional training contract model didn't deliver. Our role, as we see it within the qualification process, is to enable our clients to train and deliver that training process to future solicitors. We act as the training establishment, so all of the trainees are employed by us, but we then second them out to our clients, who are both in-house legal teams and law firms. For our clients, it means that they have the right resources when they need them, how they need them, and for the duration that they need them. And for our trainees, it means that they are having opportunities to go into great secondments, get some real work experience, really be able to hit the ground running and learn to be adaptable as well in terms of working in different organisations, which is becoming a more and more crucial skill for future solicitors to have.
I think what I was most proud of during my training contract with Accutrainee is the level of responsibility that I had. I was in specific companies' in-house legal teams during that 2 years, and by the end of it I was running deals. It absolutely provided me with a springboard I needed to kickstart my career.
So after the HR interview, I went to the assessment center. It was challenging, but it also gave me an opportunity to show what I was capable of, and I had to do a presentation. I had the feeling that people really wanted to know about me, who I was and what I wanted to be, and that's what I really liked about it.
I've been allowed to grow in my role, to change the role a little bit, to be flexible. I work directly with clients.
So I think compared to my peers, I had a much more bespoke process, and I think at the outset, much more control.
We want to ensure we're capturing the very best talent in the market to put forward to our clients. Because we act as the training establishment and we take that responsibility very seriously, we keep very close proximity with our trainees and get a really good understanding of what it is that they're doing and what it is actually that they still need to do, what skills they are acquiring and what do they still need to acquire. Now this is great for our trainees, of course, because it means that they get a really great quality training contract, but more so it's also very important for our clients, because we're working with clients where the quality of the training that their trainees are receiving is very important to them, so they know that they have someone there keeping a very close eye on what the trainees are doing, and of course, whether there are any gaps and how we then fill those gaps.
We've had support all along the way. We've had some great feedback sessions with Accutrainee, so that my paralegal is getting the full benefit of commentary back.
It was important to be able to have very good quality candidates to be recruited at short notice so that we could meet the capacity demands of a growing business.
I think one thing that has surprised me about the experience as a whole is just how quantifiable it is to see the leap in knowledge. I'm coming to the end of my training contract and it surprises me just how much I've managed to just absorb and learn and put into practice over the past year and a half.
Obviously at qualification, we're really proud of every single one of our trainees. All of them, secure jobs on qualification. What we're also really proud of actually is that many of our trainees will end up securing more than one NQ position at the point of qualification. Many organisations, particularly in-house legal teams who may like the idea of training up their own trainees, may be unfamiliar of what the requirements are, what they need to do, how they need to do it. And essentially we see ourselves as almost like an outsourced graduate recruitment team that's there with them every step of the way to help them through that process. Now interestingly, actually, over the coming years, the whole qualification process is going to be changing again quite dramatically. From our perspective, what we see our role as is supporting our clients through that process, ensuring we're with them every step of the way and helping them navigate through those different regulatory requirements and essentially ensure that everything is done to take that individual from the point at starting their training contract through to qualification.
Having those one-on-one sessions, going down the list of what we've been doing and what sort of skills she's been achieving has been really valuable for me as her manager to make sure that I'm doing my best to get her to her best.
The most useful aspects of Accutrainee's service is taking away the headache of employing and dealing with the regulatory requirements, but also the idea that they're looking after the welfare of the trainee and providing an added layer of supervision on top of the supervision day-to-day that I'm giving.
One of the reasons that Accutrainee really stands out is our mentor meetings. From a client's perspective, clients know that we are keeping a watchful eye on the trainees and ensuring they're doing everything they need to do. But from our trainees' perspective, this is quite unique in the legal profession. The level of detail that we go into in terms of identifying and understanding what trainees have done, what skills they've acquired, what they still need to acquire, I think is second to none in the legal profession.
When I do my mentoring sessions, I try and find out how that trainee is doing, how they're doing over the month, often just by chatting through how their month had gone. One of the purposes is to meet the regulatory requirements to make sure that the practice areas that need to be covered by the trainee are met and that the obligations under the regulations are adhered to. The continuity of the supervisor allows me to let the trainee recognise the progress they're making over time.
Having a nice trainee cohort that you get to see regularly, even though you're all in different companies, you still get that sense of community, you get to share experiences, you're supported. When I first started my training contract, we used to have regular appraisals, and as it came to my final 6-month appraisal, my head of legal said to me that she wouldn't have been able to have done her job in the last 6 months without me being there, and it was just a really proud moment for me to think that I've actually been able to assist somebody who I aspire to be like one day.
It's not just about the technical side of things, it's also they care about you as people, and I think is what I've probably valued the most, being valued as more than just a trainee.
I've had my 3rd meeting now with my mentor. I think that sort of relationship is something that is really important to me, not just from a learning factor, but also in terms of growing and developing as a lawyer that I want to be.
In terms of the Accutrainee culture, there's 2 things that are always absolutely paramount for us, and that is quality and diversity. Everything we do focuses on these 2 things. What we know and what we continually hear to be extremely valuable to our clients is that benefit of having a diverse group of people within their team that can bring lots of different perspectives to not just their team but the work that they're doing.
I've been very impressed by the quality of Accutrainee's trainees. I particularly like the fact that they are very diverse in terms of their backgrounds and they have very different life skills and experiences, and all of that's really added to the strength of the candidates that I've been able to select and who've been able to work with us.
I'd like to use the word diverse, mainly because I get a diversity of experiences and a diversity of environments and the people as well. Some people have come straight from university, some people have worked before, so everyone has a diversity of experiences to bring together and make it a very rich place to be at.
I definitely recommend Accutrainee to other organisations. I think they're suitable for lots of different types of organisations, from the very small who need to add capacity at the start-up stage to the very large who need to have a more diverse pool of candidates.
We're looking at that continued growth, and that's obviously something that we're focusing on, and we'll be doing that not just by focusing on trainees but also diversifying our offering into paralegals and other junior resources, and then expanding that further as well.
I'm extremely grateful for the whole process. It's genuinely allowed me to take on the career that I wanted to take and given me the skills I wanted to, and built a great network. Still stay in touch with everyone, and it's been an overall fantastic process.
I have the ability to decide where my training contract goes.
They can see potential, and when they see potential, they're passionate about developing it. So it's your job to really show that you're passionate about the career.
They really care about you, they care about your story. It was just the easiest decision I ever made.
Collaborative.
Inclusive.
Innovative.
Unique.
Diverse.
Bespoke.
They're a springboard.
They provided me with everything I needed for my career as a lawyer. I'm now coming up to 4 years qualified, and I still talk about Accutrainee.